seeing the questions and it is looking little bit lengthy, yeah, then you don't have to be panic about that. You have to be confident that whatever the theory and concepts I have studied, the questions are made upon that concept and theory also only. Means you don't have to study so much large theories and so much many large books. You don't have to follow that. Whatever the theory you have studied, that is sufficient for the solving all the questions. You don't have to be panicked by seeing the questions very lengthy, because you understand one thing: GATE or IIT, JEE and all these examinations, means all the national level examinations, they are very specific with the syllabus. Whatever the syllabus they have given, they are very specific. They can't go out of syllabus. They always ask within the syllabus. So आपको अपने अंदर ये कॉन्फिडेंस रखना है, वो चाहे एग्जामिनेशन हॉल तक आपको ये कॉन्फिडेंस रखना है कि जो मैंने थ्योरी पढ़ रखी है, क्वेश्चंस उसी से बनने वाले हैं, उसी का एप्लीकेशन बस अपने को सीखना है. थ्योरी इज सफिशिएंट, मींस जो अपन ने थ्योरी पढ़ी है दैट इज सफिशिएंट फॉर सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चंस. सो आपको क्वेश्चन लेंदी क्वेश्चन देख के पैनिक नहीं होना है, क्योंकि एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में दे आर ट्राइंग टू टेस्ट not only your knowledge, they are trying to test your skill, means under pressure condition how you are performing. So you don't have to be panic and feel confident from inside. Now friends, read the question. Here you can see that internal diameter is 25 mm and external diameter is 30 mm and the temperature is 121 degree centigrade and the convective heat transfer coefficient is 500 watt per Kelvin. Steel pipe has glass insulation of 10 mm thickness outside and near stagnant air temperature is 30 degree centigrade and the outside insulation has the convective heat transfer coefficient of 10 watt per meter square and thermal conductivity of steel and insulating material is 43 and 0.031 watt per meter per Kelvin, and calculate the overall heat transfer resistance based upon the inside area. What is the amount of heat loss per meter of length? Friends, I will tell you question in easy language. A steel pipe is there and on that steel pipe, the steel pipe is hollow, means it has inside diameter of 25 centimeter mm and outside diameter is 30 mm. And inside the steel pipe there is some air is present or some fluid is present which have the convective heat transfer coefficient is 5000 watt per meter square Kelvin, and on the surface of a steel there is an insulating material is present, and here also the insulating material is present which has the thickness thickness is not given here. I think thickness is given, that is 10 mm. Friends, I will tell you what is happening in this question. Suppose one steel is present, hollow steel is present, steel in shape of cylinder it is present, steel pipe. I think all of you have seen the steel pipes which are present in shape of cylinder, and inside the steel pipe there is some fluid which have the convective heat transfer coefficient, that is 5000 watt. So, and on the surface of steel there is some insulating material is present which has the thickness of 10 mm, and outside the steel, outside the insulating material there is again some fluid is there which has the convective heat transfer coefficient of 10 watt per meter square Kelvin. Means एक स्टील पाइप ली अपन ने, उसके अंदर कोई फ्लूइड डाला, इसलिए फ्लूइड और स्टील के बीच हमारा कन्वेक्शन प्रोसेस होगा, और फिर स्टील के ऊपर एक इंसुलेटिंग मटेरियल का लेयर लगाया, और फिर इंसुलेटिंग मटेरियल के बाहर हमने एटमॉस्फेरिक में अदर फ्लूइड डाली, जो मतलब आइदर फ्लूइड में आइदर एयर और वाटर हो सकता है, जिसका कि कन्वेक्टिव हीट ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट 10 दिया हुआ है, और हमें कैलकुलेट करना है व्हाट इज द नेट हीट लॉस एंड ओवरऑल हीट ट्रांसफर रेजिस्टेंस. So friends, you should see here that whatever I have told you previously, means here you can see that it is the case of both conduction and convection. So I have told you previously the concept for calculating the overall resistance means you have to only play with the resistance, how to calculate the resistances. That is only the logic in solving such type of questions. Here you see that R overall is equal to R1 plus R2 dot 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 Rn. So 1 by UA is equal to 1 by H1A plus delta H2 divided by K2A plus, similarly it is everything. But friends, here see that the area is same for all these things, but in the question given the area is not same. So you should not cancel all the areas. So you should write each and every areas means as it is given in the question. The first thing you can write the first resistance, that is 1 by Hi 2 pi L R1. Means friends, the first heat transfer takes place between the fluid inside the steel pipe and the steel pipe surface. Means here I have told you that when heat transfer takes place between the fluid and solid, then it is a case of convection process. So here the first case is convection process, and I have written for that, that is 1 by 2 pi L R1 into Hi. Plus after that friends, the heat transfer takes place in the steel which is in the shape of cylinder, and here the process is the conduction process takes place. So you all know that conduction in cylindrical body is ln R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi K L 2 pi K1 into L. And similarly after this heat transfer takes place in the insulating material body, and the insulating material body has the thickness is given. So you can calculate the R3 value by adding the thickness to the external diameter of the pipe, and you can, it is also in the shape of cylinder, so you can apply the cylindrical formula, that is ln R3 by R2 divided by 2 pi K2 into L. And after the insulating material body, the insulating material is in contact with the atmosphere, and when it is in contact with the fluid, then again convection process takes place. So you can write 1 by 2 pi 1 by 2 pi H naught into L into R3, and remaining things you put everything correctly in the equation, and you can get the answer, that is 27.7. Friends, you should take care about the units also here, and I will suggest you to solve this question in gate calculator, because whenever you are doing with the gate calculator, you can get familiar and efficient with the gate calc, and you can easily excel in the examination. So don't do this question with your scientific calculator, you go by calculating the gate calculator. Now friends, this is the amount of heat lost per meter of length of pipe, and after it we have to calculate the overall resistance. It is also asked in the question. So you all know that resistance is equal to amount of resistance is equal to means amount of heat transfer is equal to delta T divided by resistance. So you can calculate the resistance by this relation, that is delta T divided by amount of heat transfer, that is, or amount of heat loss, that is 121 minus 30 degrees centigrade divided by 27.7. 27.7 is the heat loss, and you can calculate and get the answer. And similarly friends, here also the same concept question. Here it is saying that overall heat, here it is given that convective heat transfer coefficient but for two layers are 110 watt per meter square, and overall heat transfer coefficient for complete surface is 8 watt per meter square, and the calculate the thickness of concrete is thermal conductivity is 0.76. Friends, here also it is the case of both conduction and convection. I have given you this concept for case of conduction and convection to calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient, and you can simply see that 1 by U is equal to 1 by H1 plus delta H2 by K2 plus delta H3 by K3 dot 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 you can get. So you put all these values and you can get the X value. You put all these values with proper unit conversion and you can calculate the X value, that is 0.00, that is 0.0114 meter. And if you convert it into centimeter, multiply by 100. Friends, you should remember that whatever concept you have studied, you are able to solve all the questions asked in the previous year gate question, and you are able to solve the all upcoming year gate questions also. Means you are whatever the questions will come in your time, you are able to solve all those questions. So be thorough with the whatever the theory told in this video lectures. So that is very useful and you are able to solve all the questions. Now you see another question. 10 watt per meter square the heat flux is conducted, that is 2 centimeter thickness is given, temperature difference is 2 degree centigrade and thermal conductivity is given. So it is simple question of conduction, that is Q is equal to Ka delta T by delta X. You put all the values, you can get the K value, that is 1 into 10 to the power minus 1 watt per meter per Kelvin. You should little bit take care about the units of X, that is 2 centimeters, so convert it into meter, and I have told you that flux is always the amount of heat per unit time. Now see the another questions. Friends, here also the same question like previous only. I think the answer is coming, that is same 1.14 centimeter. It is also the same question. Now friends, see another question. I have told you the concept of how to calculate the resistance. I think all of you know that here R1 plus R2, you all know that amount of heat transfer Q is equal to delta T divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 dot 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 whatever resistance are given. So here the thicknesses of different materials are given and their thermal conductivity is given, means X value is given and K value is given, and it is asking about amount of heat transfer per unit area, means we don't have to worry about the area, we can simply remove the area, means ignore the area, that is Q by A is equal to delta T 36 minus 2 divided by R1. Friends, you all of you know that R1 is equal to delta X divided by Ka, and here we don't have to consider area because it is asking about heat transfer per unit area, so we neglect the area A, so delta X divided by K. Similarly for R2 delta X2 divided by K2, R3 delta X3 divided by K3 dot 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 whatever value is given, you can get the answer 7.78. After this friends, you see another question. It is based upon the critical thickness of insulation. I think I have told you in the previous video lecture about the critical thickness of insulation is, friends, RC formula, all of you know that RC is equal to K by H, but friends, you remember that RC is the external radius value, it is not the thickness, means thickness is the RC minus RI, means external radius means critical thickness of radius minus internal radius. Here also you see that the thermal conductivity is given 0.108 and the convective heat transfer coefficient, that is 12, it is given. So you can calculate the RC value, that is critical radius, that is 9 mm it is coming, and after that we have to calculate the critical thickness of insulation, that is RC minus R0 means RI, whatever the internal radius given, so you can get the value, that is 4 mm. Friends, after this also, friends, you can see that all questions are on same concept, so you don't have to worry about the questions. If you are good with the basic concepts, then you are able to solve all the questions. Here also same question. Different materials are given, their internal and external temperatures are given. Here the temperature T1 is 20 degrees centigrade and T2 is minus 18 degrees centigrade. So it is minus 18, means 20 minus of minus 18 is equal to 20 plus 18 is equal to 38 degree. You should little bit take care about that. It is minus 18, means many students simply subtract the 20 minus 18, they can write 2, but that is totally wrong. You have to write that 20 minus of 18 is equal to 38, 20 plus 18 is equal to 38. So you see that here the amount of heat transfer it has calculated, that is delta T divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. Three values are given, and first thing you should write, that is delta X. For R1 you should write delta X1 by K1 plus R2 delta X2 by K2 plus R3 delta X3 by K3. And friends, here it is not mention anything about the area, so you can easily ignore the area, means area is everywhere same, so you can put it in the LHS, left hand side. So initially you have calculated the amount of heat transfer, that is 14.708, and after that friends it is asking that both the walls are in contact with each other. Means here it is a case of series combination. Whatever the heat transfer from one wall is equal to the heat transfer from the second wall and is equal to the heat transfer from the third wall. You should do the heat Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3, and you write all the equations for all the three walls, and you can get the answer, that is T2 and T3 you can easily calculate from that. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि जो अपन एक ब्रिक लेते हैं, एक कंक्रीट सरफेस लेते हैं और एक कॉर्क लेते हैं और तीनों को मिला देते हैं, और फिर हमारा क्वेश्चन में क्या गिवन है कि क्वेश्चन में गिवन है कि ब्रिक का जो सबसे लेफ्ट मोस्ट साइड है उसका जो टेम्परेचर है 20 डिग्री है, और कॉर्क का मींस लास्ट जो हमारा मटेरियल था कॉर्क, उसका जो राइट मोस्ट साइड है उसका टेम्परेचर -18 डिग्री गिवन है. सो ये तो टोटल टेम्परेचर गिवन है, मींस राइट मोस्ट साइड का गिवन है, लेफ्ट मोस्ट साइड का गिवन है, और इसमें क्वेश्चन में पूछा जा रहा है कि ब्रिक और कंक्रीट का जो कांटेक्ट सरफेस है, ब्रिक और कंक्रीट को अपन ने मिलाया तो उसका जो कांटेक्ट सरफेस है मींस उसको इसने T2 नाम से डिनोट किया है, तो T2 की वैल्यू कितनी होगी, और कंक्रीट और कॉर्क का जो कांटेक्ट सरफेस है मींस उसको इसने T3 नाम से डिनोट किया है, तो उसकी वैल्यू कितनी होगी, हमें यही कैलकुलेट करना है. तो फ्रेंड्स हमें फर्स्ट थिंग वी शुड डू दैट वी शुड कैलकुलेट द नेट अमाउंट ऑफ हीट ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम दिस टोटल सिस्टम, मींस टोटल सिस्टम में कितना हीट ट्रांसफर होगा. तो इसके लिए हमें नेट टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस मींस राइट मोस्ट साइड माइनस लेफ्ट मोस्ट साइड, दैट इज 20 माइनस ऑफ -18 divided by total net resistance, that is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Friends, here it is a series combination, so R1 plus R2 plus R3, and you can get the net heat transfer, that is 14.708. And friends, the same amount of heat is transferred between the contact surface of brick and concrete. So you should write Q is equal to, for brick and concrete contact surface you can write Q is equal to 20 minus T2 divided by delta X1 divided by K1. Means friends, here you calculate how much heat transfer takes place the brick surface. So you should consider the thermal conductivity of brick and thickness of brick only. So brick one side temperature is 20 degree and another side temperature is T2. So you can easily calculate the T2 value from this equation. And similarly friends, you apply for the concrete surface. When you calculated the T2 value, that is 17.66 degree centigrade, then you have to calculate the T3 value, means another side, the brick and the concrete, one side is in touch with the brick and another side is in touch with the core, and you have calculated the contact surface temperature of brick and concrete, and then after you have to calculate the contact surface of concrete and core. So you should easily put the values and you can get the answer. Here you put the thermal conductivity for concrete and thickness for concrete in case of calculating the T3 value, and you can get the answer, that is T2 T3, very easy it is. And friends, here you see another question. It is also very easy question based upon the conductivity process. Q by A is equal to K delta T by X. Here remaining everything is given in the question. You don't have to, you simply have to put the values in your calci and you can get the answer, that is 13.9. Friends, after this one more question is there. 2-3 questions are there. You see this question also. It is saying that a flat forest wall is 114 mm layer refractory brick with thermal conductivity this, and 229 mm layer of thick brick is in thermal conductivity this. The inner surfaces of wall are at temperature, the inner face of wall is temperature this, and the thermal and the outer face is this. So what will be the heat loss through the wall? Friends, इसमें क्या किया है क्वेश्चन में, दो ब्रिक को ले लिया है, टू ब्रिक्स आर देयर and it has joined both these bricks and the thermal conductivity values for both the bricks are given, that is K1 K2 given and their thickness x1 x2 is given, and the innermost brick means suppose the leftmost side's face of the brick temperature is given and the rightmost side face of the brick temperature is also given, that is 760 and 76.6. So you can easily put the net, you can easily calculate the net amount of heat transfer is equal to delta T divided by R1 plus R2, means net temperature difference divided by net resistance. So here it is not talking about the area, so you can easily put Q by A, that, and for R1 delta X by K1, R2 delta X2 by K2, and you can get the answer, that is 688.89. And friends, after that it is asking that what is the temperature at its contact surface, means जब दोनों ब्रिक को मिलाया है तो उसका जो contact surface होगा, जो दोनों ब्रिक के बीच में, वो उसकी टेम्परेचर कितना होगी. Friends, I have told you previously also in 2020 paper the same questions on same concept it is asking, and I have told you there also that whatever the contact surface between the two bricks, its temperature lies in the range of the leftmost side surface to the rightmost side, means the temperature होगा वो या तो वो definitely 760 and 76.6 इन दोनों के रेंज में लाई करेगा, मीन्स 760 से लेस होगा और 76.6 से हायर होगा. दिस इज द यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ. सो यू सी हियर दैट here friends the same amount of heat is passed through the each brick and passed through the contact surface. So 688.89 is the amount of heat passed through the contact surface, and you can easily put the conduction equation, that is for friends here you can calculate by considering the first brick or by considering the second brick. In this solution I have considered the first brick, so I have taken the x1 and k1 value. If you want to consider the second brick, then also no problem, you have to put the x2 and k2 value. Here I have put the 760 minus t divided by x1 by k1, but if you want to consider the second brick, then you have to do that t minus 76.6 divided by x2 by k2, then also you can get the same answer, that is 190.916. Friends, notice here that 190.916 is always intermediate between 760 and 76.6. I have told you the concept. Here you can also recheck your answer that it is, my answer is going to be correct because it is lying in the range. And friends, now another question you should see. But friends here आप इस क्वेश्चन को दोनों तरीके से सॉल्व कर सकते हो. अगर आपको कंसीडर करना है कि मैंने फर्स्ट ब्रिक को कंसीडर किया है, दैट इज x1 एंड k1 वाले ब्रिक को थिकनेस x1 मींस फर्स्ट वन ब्रिक का और थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी k1 ब्रिक को कंसीडर किया है, तो मेरा आंसर आया 190.916 और मैंने सबट्रैक्ट किया है 760 माइनस t मैंने किया है. लेकिन अगर आप x2 ब्रिक को सेकंड ब्रिक को कंसीडर करना चाहते हो तो आपको यहाँ पे करना पड़ेगा t माइनस 76.6 बिकॉज सेकंड ब्रिक का यहाँ टेम्परेचर इसने दे रखा है 76.6 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. सो t माइनस 76.6 डिवाइडेड बाई x2, यहाँ पे x2 वैल्यू आप देख लो, x2 वैल्यू यहाँ पे है 0.229 एंड डिवाइडेड बाई k2 दैट इज 1.38. देन आल्सो यू कैन गेट द सेम आंसर. सो यू डोंट बी पैनिक दैट इट इज आई हैव टू कंसीडर द फर्स्ट वन और सेकंड वन. नाउ फ्रेंड्स, सी अनदर क्वेश्चन. Insulating material is there, thermal conductivity is given, and it is asking about the R value, means it is asking about the resistance of the insulating material. So you said you should easily put the R value. You should, friends, I will suggest you for solving this type of questions, you always go by the unit and dimension concept. It is asking in unit that meter square Kelvin per watt, and it has given the thermal conductivity. So the thermal conductivity is going to be in the denominator. I am telling you can easily solve this question by using the formula, but if you are a little bit confusion about the formula, you can easily solve it by unit conversion. You have to put the watt in the denominator, means watt to the power minus 1. So you should put the thermal conductivity in the denominator and multiply the 1 by k into the thickness, that is 60 mm given. So you should convert it into meter and you should multiply with the thickness. You can get the answer, that is 2 meter square per kilowatt Kelvin. You should solve it by dimension also, unit dimension also. Either you can solve it by going through the basic concept of conduction. And friends, one more question you see here. It is also a similar question, nothing to do. I think all of you can solve this question. I will tell you little bit about this. Same question. Friends, here see that the thermal conductivity and everything is given and break interface is given. I think the answer is coming the same that is in the previous question, that is 190.9. So you should easily solve this. Friends, that's all friends. And now we are uploading the next video on this topic, that is based upon the effectiveness of fins and about heat exchanger. I will solve all the questions, previous year questions asked upon the heat exchanger, and I will give the proper theory that is sufficient for your GATE examination. So thank you, that's all.